There's a creek right down there. That's the one I've been following. Come on. Yeah, caught up. Just fell. Drops off fairly quick right there. This creek is really small. I'm not sure where it goes. Alright guys, I got a pretty good ways down the trail and I realized that I did not start recording. There's a I left where I parked the four-wheeler and I walked quite a ways, and then I had to stop recording to take care of some personal business. And when I went to start recording back up, the camera wasn't recording when I left the four-wheeler, and I thought it was. So when I stopped to relieve myself, I actually started recording at that point. So anyway, I messed up. I'm missing the beginning of this video, and so I'm going to do it now and explain to you where I'm at again, because I didn't film none of it. I don't know if these dogs are chasing me. They were way off in the distance, but they're coming the same way that I'm coming, and they're not far. They're right through there. I'm just not sure how far they are from me. Sounds like 200 or 300 yards. I am armed. But where I'm at, this property is not our property. It is a something moving over here now. The dogs are that way. Something's moving right here. Anyway, this piece of property is not ours. It's a large piece. This is the first time I've been. Hang on. I'm going to put this back on my chest mount. You guys stand by. There's something moving right here, and I don't want to have my back turned to it. All right, something right in there. The creek's down there. I can hear the water. But anyhow, this property is surrounded by private property. There is a pond on it, on this property, a small pond, and it looks like there's a larger pond further back. Let me pull my map up and I'll show you. This particular section is 428 acres. All right, this is the property. This is where I'm at. There's the little pond. This is 428 acres. This piece and this piece and this piece are owned by the same person. I'm exploring this one. I came in way down at this end and I parked somewhere right up over here. You can see my little trail right there. I've covered a lot of ground, and it looks like I've walked 20 yards. But anyhow, there's only one pond. I thought there were two ponds on here. There are not. There's only one. I'm looking at it now. The dogs are over here now. All right, we're going to get moving. But anyhow, I had to take a break from everything. You guys, I am overwhelmed with just everything going on. There's so much happening. We got 1 week to get the other house cleaned up, and I have literally physically hurt my back 3 times now over there trying to load up all this stuff by myself. And when I load the trucks down in the trailer, and once we get back home, then I have to offload them by myself also. And it is just taking a toll on me. And it's putting me in a pretty rough mood. And so decided today I'm just going to go out in the woods somewhere I've never been and explore. This property isn't very far from us either. It's pretty big. Some dogs are getting close. I don't like that. Sounds like big dogs. In the beginning, when I first started hearing those dogs, it sounded as though they were trailing a deer. But hunting season officially closes this afternoon at sundown. But that is only for private property and hunting with muzzleloader. Gun season went out a week ago, and then it opened for 1 week for muzzleloader. Looks like the creek turns, comes down from this way here, and then it turns right here is the way it's looking. I was hoping there'd be a way to cross it. I really want to go see it. I'm finding, you can see where the turkeys have been scratching the leaves. And I'm finding stuff like this. This tree was broke off at one time. That one's been cut. There's a trail right there, a little game trail. It'd be really cool if I could find a deer shed in here. I haven't seen a lot of sign that would suggest that there's any big deer in here. I've seen some deer tracks and just a few little tiny rubs where they're rubbing the horns in trees, but it's whatever it is, they're this young deer. Move that spider web out of the way. So it's like a trail right here, maybe. And I'm wearing the snake boots because there are so many snake tracks where they're crossing the road. They're all over on the same road. And that is thick down there. Going that way. That looks like the little road that comes into the property there. Right here. This is the road, then, yeah, that looks like it. Oh, this is a deer trail right here. We'll open it up for him. Anybody coming in here is going to look and say, look there, these deer cutting trails. Yep, this is the trail. So we're way up that way. Look at that hill. I'm going to walk down this road. Then I'm going to go up in this hill right here. All this is wooded all the way to the property boundary. I don't know if there's anybody down in here or not. I pulled the 4 way off in the woods. So I may get in trouble for that. But I don't want nobody to steal it. This area, there's a bunch of bad people in here. It looks like the road used to go that way. Well, there's the pond, or lake. Let's cut some of this out of the way right quick. Make it a little, ooh, that hurt my hand. Gonna make it a little easier. I'm gonna ride the forward down here. I will really get up close and look at it. Oh, there we go. Open it up a little bit. Make it look pretty. Here we go. Somebody's been in here. It's an old break. Hopefully there ain't no gators in it. It's got to be a people path. Oh boy, that's pretty. Sure there's no moccasins right here. It's clear, it's deep. Good gracious. You can see parts of the sand right there, the little white spots down there. It's grass with little sand patches, but it's the angle, it's going down like this. The angle's like really steep. And it drops off right there, like 7 or 8 feet from the edge right here. It just falls off. There's a picnic table over there. I don't know what that is. Now we may get some wind noise. I have the wind feature that blocks the wind. I have it turned off. I'm hoping it'll allow more sounds to come in, because a lot of the faint stuff that I used to capture on camera, the cameras have been missing it. And I think it's because I started using that feature that blocks the wind noise. I mean, that's the only change that I've made as far as how I'm filming. I gotta be careful. I'm looking for snakes, you guys. There's a bunch of beer cans. People have probably been swimming in here. A bunch of shot up beer cans. Let's see what's back here. And there are deer tracks. So I assume this is a people trail. Because I've seen a picnic table down here. Let's get this limb here out of the way. Don't poke me in my noggin when I come through. I do have my backpack with me. I hear water. Let me put these up just in case I have to get my sidearm out. Yeah, that's water, okay. Make sure it wasn't something playing. Oh, here's that creek. Oh, that ain't a picnic table. I thought it was. Man, isn't this cool? Trash and... Wow. We're gonna walk in here. Look at this. Ugh. Any crawfish? Little crawfish trap. Okay, hold on. Let's walk right here, and then we're gonna go back and look. This is so cool. Your boot tracks. Somebody's been in here. Look at how much water's flowing in right here. Pouring over, and it, golly, it drops off. Steep. No snakes. It's right there, whatever it is. Man, this is pretty. Let's go back here and check this out. Oh, yep, my boots are leaking. These are my snake boots. I forgot how bad they leak. Please, no snakes. No hornets, no snakes. Look at the buck rub right there. Wow. Somebody's walked through right there. See the buck rub? He's got that thing shredded. Looks like the trail goes that way. I don't know how far. I'm not going over there. Look how pretty. That's the creek's wide right here. Oh, this is nasty. Alright, let's see if we can do this. I don't know how bad it's going to be in here. There may be a lot of wild pigs up in this mess. Ooh, this is soft. Good gracious. This is really soft. See if I can get some of this cleared over a little bit. Ooh, that's deep. I just saw it. Yeah, there's footprints in here. People are coming through here. I hear water right over here too. Isn't this is so pretty. This is a swamp, but you could tell it flooded through here heavily. Look at all the sand that's washed out on it. I want to see where these footprints are going. There's boot prints in here. This is normally the type of stuff here that you'll find buck rubs in. They get in the swamp and they'll come through and they'll rub on these sweet men. There's a buck track right there going across. I'm not seeing. There's some old rubs, but I'm not. The only fresh one is that one back there behind us. See the boot tracks? Where else are they going? They're going all around up in here. I want to go that way. Let's go up here. I hear water, like a waterfall. There's a buck rub right there. It's a small one over there, but he's got one. Oh, there's a big one back over there. Tree stands in here? I don't see any. Well, this would be an easy spot to get a good buck. Let's go up this creek. We're going to go up the creek without a paddle. Okay, there's boot prints coming up here too. Someone has been walking up here. See if I can score this enough that it'll break. Oh, it's soft. That's what I was hearing is right there. Oh, it just winds back and forth all through there. Man, that is so beautiful. Oh, that foot's getting cold. That water's cold. Oh, Lord. That water's real cold. All right, let's go up here. I'm going to cut back to the right. You guys, I will absolutely be coming back here. And now this area is, it's a public land area. You have to pay to get a permit and all to be on this property, which I do have. I am legal to be here. And they do that just to keep, people from just flooding in and taking over an area. They make it to where if you want to hunt it, you got to pay. And that goes to supporting conservation and paying the wildlife officers. This is a rub, a pretty heavy rub, but that's most likely from last year. That's not this season. Yeah, there's boot prints that go through there. All right, let me make sure that this map is still mapping me. I'm using a new one, since mine is all goobered up. It is tracking me. Thank you, Jesus. Good deal. Now, I don't have to trim these little limbs, but I want to trim them so that when I come through, I can see that I have been here. And it makes it a little easier in finding my way out. It's the only reason I'm doing it. I don't have to trim them. I can easily walk around this stuff. All right, see the tracks? Oh, that's a child's boot. And I'm not seeing an adult with them. There's no way I'd let my grandkids or my children, when they were young, I would never let them run around out here without me being with them. This is moccasin country here. We have a ton of rattlesnakes back here too. I wonder if maybe these kids were out here hunting for squirrels. They still have to be with an adult. Here's some more water right here, and it's crystal clear. Spring fed, I assume. I'm just going to wander through this little area here where all this timber is. Making some obvious cut marks. So when I come through, I'll say, yep, that's the way I need to go. Another little rub right there, and there's one over there. There's a lot of deer coming in here. I've only seen two that I would believe that it's from a mature buck. All these other rubs that I'm seeing are from little fellas, little guys. The majority of them are legal to harvest if you're a hunter. That's something. I did get an email. It's probably been almost a year now. It's been a while back. I got an email from a hunter. He was new to hunting, only been hunting for a couple of years, and he felt as though I was trying to insult people. That's a big rub. That's a good buck. When I'm hunting, I call young bucks, if they're under 3 years old, I call them babies. They're not babies, you guys. And that's what I tried to explain to the young man. I did email him back, and he was really, really polite in his response. He just misunderstood what I was my point I was getting across on the video. And for me personally, I don't like to shoot young deer. Now, have I? Yes, absolutely I have. That's a rub there. I thought it was fresh, but it's not. Deer that are under 3 years old, and you can estimate a deer's age by his body build, not his antlers. His antlers have nothing to do with his age. A lot of people, especially new hunters, they've been misled, misguided by someone, and they're under the impression a 2-point buck is 2 years old, a 3-point is 3 years, so forth. If they got 3 on one side, they're 3 years old. If there's 4 on one side, they're 4. And that is so far from the truth. If you want to hunt deer and try to target mature deer so that there are more of these big, beautiful animals in our forests for our children and grandchildren to target, then try to age your deer. And that's what we do. We try to stay 3 years is sort of the minimum. And the way that you age them is by the shape of their body. As the deer gets old, as he ages, his ankles get really thick, his legs get real thick. I'm going to walk right here. But they'll appear to have short, dumpy legs on them. The neck gets thick, and they'll go from having a nice, trim, thin stomach area to where they have basically a beer gut. It looks like a beer gut. It's not, but as they get older, just like with humans, we start putting on the pounds. These deer are no different. They get big in the midsection, and when you see a deer that has a barrel shape to his body, his stomach and chest are basically the same diameter, and then the base of his neck is same diameter as his chest, and then the neck is really thick, and normally it starts looking real rough and ragged. That is a mature buck. If he's got a thin, muscular build to him, where he's got a thin stomach, a real thick chest, that's a young deer. That's a rub right there on this tree. That'd be a good buck to have done that originally. I'm just putting in some markers, that's all. I'm not cutting everything. I just wanted to come here and look. I seen that root ball, or this one of them, and I wanted to come over here and look. Can't really go much further, it's so thick. If you look through the treetops, it opens up right there. And that's where I want to get. I want to see what's over there. So let's go back around and see if there's I may have to follow that creek anyhow. If not, we'll go back to the road, and I'll go up that hill. I'm just curious. I've never been in here, and I wanted to see this property. It's got something in the mouth. Had a bitter taste. That's a big buck. This is the deer that I target right here. He's got this one, that one, the little one, this one behind it. That's a good buck right there. So he's coming through this swamp. They stay in areas like this that are really thick. He's probably coming out right here somewhere. And look, yep, there's a faint trail that goes in right there. I am not going through that. That's a good buck. It's nice to see that. I have not seen any sign like that. Not up there where I parked, up until the point we got down here. That's a rub right there, but that would be from last year. It's not this year. And that's where they're rubbing their antlers. If any of you non-hunters don't understand what I'm referring to when I'm pointing out these rubs, the bucks will come through and they'll rub their antlers. When they first grow the antlers, they're covered in velvet, and it'll dry up, and they'll start rubbing their horns to knock that off. Well, then they stop rubbing for a while, and as season progresses, they start getting close to going into rut, and that's when the female deer go into heat. And before that happens, the male deer, the bucks, come in, and they'll pick a territory. They got like multiple does coming through. None of them are in season, but there's a lot of does in there. Where that buck will come through and he'll mark his territory. He'll take his horns and he'll just shred up small trees like what I've pointed out in this video. And then he'll do scrapes. There's a big rub in there. I can get over there, I just want to see it. But they'll also do scrapes, and you'll find a low-hanging limb. Oh, there's a rub on this one little bush right here that I'm holding. There's a rub right there on this one right there. It'll mess them up this year from me coming in here. Yep, look at that. Yep, right there. There's a rub there. There's a rub on that tree next to it, to the right of it over here. There's probably a pile of them up in here. This would be a good spot to come in here and stake out for deer. Get you a buck in here. You'll see them. I don't know if you'll pull the shot off or if I'll pull the shot off, but there's a lot of rubs all up in the swamp. But that's normally the case. No matter where you go, you get in swampy areas, you're going to find a lot of sign, buck sign. These are just the habitats that they enjoy to be in. They have a lot of privacy. They don't have to worry with people hounding them all the time because they're surrounded by swamp, water moccasins, and gators, and all that good business. So they come up in here, and get out in the open out here, you'll find plenty of bucks, but they're going to be young bucks. Your big boys are going to be in this stuff, and it's not easy. When you pinpoint where they're at, and you see how the leaves are turned up just a little bit. They're a little bit different color than what's like over here around us. That's because these leaves keep getting flipped over from deer walking through. And when they take the step and they lift their foot up, it turns the leaves over. So they're coming through. There's a rub right up in there too. I'm not going over there. There's a rub right there. There's two. There's one just 5 foot past it, 6 foot past it. There's a rub over there too. They're staying in all this thick cover. And your best bet for hunting something like this is if you're using a rifle, something on the lines of a 30-30 that's got a blunt nose projectile. They don't get deflected as easily as something with a real sharp aerodynamic projectile. So those 30-30s are really good for stuff like this, or shotgun. Ooh, that's thinking. A slug gun would do great up in here. But I'm a muzzleloader hunter. That's all I use. I love my muzzleloader. I will shoot through. If he's 10 foot off in this, I'll shoot through it. But if he's way back in it, all I can do is watch him. Let's go back out. When we come, there's a deer track right there. That is a buck track, a little bitty buck. Can't tell. I think that's a doe track. That's a big buck track right there. He's got a rub right there on that little tupelo tree. Oh, I didn't even see that one when we come in. Right here. Oh, it's a fresh one too. Right there. Skinning that one up. We come through right there. There's a trail going right there. I guess it goes to that pond, or that lake, whatever it is. Let's go through here. Yeah, there's a lot of deer in here. I didn't see anything out on the road as far as mature deer tracks. I didn't see anything at all. I didn't see the first big track. Seen a bunch of little ones. The majority of what I seen were does and yearling tracks. All right, let's get up in here again. See what we can do. Maybe we can sneak around. Cut some of that. All right, can I get around up here? I just don't want to get covered in ticks. I did spray down, but that doesn't mean anything. I'm in Florida. I think Florida invented ticks. Oh, my foot's getting really wet. Ow. And then the sock is soaked. Go. Just trying to get me a path here. Folks, hang on just a second. There we go. Look at the deer trail right there. That's a nice open trail. I haven't seen any sign of snakes back here, which is odd. Yeah, that's a used trail right here. We're coming through right there. This creek turns and goes up here. Looking. There's a hole under a tree stump right there. Unless it's one of them little outcropping type caves. Okay. Trying to make me an easy route in. Haven't seen any hornet bugs yet. Thank you, Lord. That dead? That's dead. Yeah. That'd be dead. Look and see if I can come up through here. There's a bunch of lightered in there, fat lighter. See if I can get up in here. That limb that there's dead, I think. This one. Oh, jeez. Ain't that dead? Ow. That one got me. Okay. There we go. That one's dead. Okay. That one's dead too, yeah. Well, that made things a little easier. That opened them up. Come on. Get all this mess out of the way. There we go. Golly, it's beautiful in here. That's fat ladder, that big old limb right here. This whole log right there. Yep, ooh, that smells good. Strong pine scent. Let's see if I can get this one cut. Trying to make it a little easier to get in for me. May open up in here. Sort of appears to. This reminds me of that pig lease that we got. It's like this once you get back up in where the swamp is. It's just like this. The way the little streams are that run through it like this. But it is ate up in moccasins. That's why we don't go over there very often. We had to quit going due to the amount of water moccasins. We've had too many close encounters. Okay. See if I can get up. Ooh. There we go. All right. Oops, sorry about that. I didn't mean to hit the camera. Ooh. Don't fall. God, that water's so cold. Jeez. My foot's wet and I'm barely in the water. My right foot is soaked. Look at with the deer coming up right there, and they're going right down the right side of the bank. This is so pretty. Jesus, beautiful. That water is frigid. Oh yeah, that's cold. This one's got springs in it too. There's a deer rub over there too. Nice one. All right, I'm gonna head back. You guys, we're gonna go up the hill. I just got hit with a really nasty feeling. One of them feelings of time to go. Just carry my piece of ladder with me. Didn't we come through right? We went up right here. Yep. Here's my cuttings. Yeah, it's got that quick. It's my flip the switch. It's got a very unwelcoming feeling at the moment. So I'm not gonna chance it. I don't know why it's feeling like that. Could be a person. Be anything. There's a little buck rub right there on that little upright right here. Yeah, it's almost got a feeling like I've done something wrong and I don't want to get caught. That's what it feels like. Look at the buck tracks right there. Big buck tracks. Not sure how I come in. I think it was over here. There's a buck rub right there. Oh, it's nasty in here. I'm out right now. Oh, gosh. I slipped. Chunked my pruners. That was my escape route. There's another buck rub. Ooh, that's soft. Yeah, I came this way. There's the lake or the pond. Yeah, there's my muddy boot prints right there. Nasty, nasty deep. Ooh. Yuck. It's a beautiful area. Lord, thank you for allowing me to come in here and see this today. Thank you, Jesus. So pretty. I'm going to bring a fishing pole in here, because this right here would probably be slap full of catfish. Right here it looks like it goes down about 10 foot and it levels out a little bit, but then it looks like it drops again right there. Let me check the battery right quick. I've still got a nasty feeling, and normally when that happens, it'll drain my battery. I'm okay. Battery's good. I'm gonna get moving. That feeling's getting a little stronger. And I do believe it's coming from that swamp. Could be wrong, but I haven't felt it at all today until I got back up in there, and that it was right after I turned around in the ditch, the creek thing, the little stream we were in. Right when I decided I wasn't going to go any further, and I turned around, I walked 10 or 15 feet back down the trail, coming this direction, and just got wrapped up in feeling that I'd done something wrong. Type feeling that I'm going to be in trouble feeling. Oh, don't fall. Don't fall in that. Man, what a pretty creek. I need to come in here when I got somebody with me. Now there's no houses. There's no roads. There's nothing back here. This is where we come in right here. We're going to go to the right. I'm going to go up here. I want to see where this goes. Turkeys have been up in here. You can see all the leaves kicked. And deer tracks. Oh boy, it's pretty steep. Look at the angle the hill is right here going down to the water hole of the pond. It looks like a little deer trail. I want to get back up on the road up here, but I want to look too. It's going to be a while before I can get out again. Go get away. I should be over at the other house right now, but I'm just worn out and I'm hurting. I was going to just sit at home and rest today, but no matter which way I sat, it hurt and made it worse. So I have to keep moving. I said, well, I'm going to go to the woods, and I'm going to just move around in the woods. There's a trail right there just down from us, and there's this one that we're following now. You can see where something's been moving through here and sliding just a little bit downhill as it was moving. See right here where it's the ground is kind of, everything's pushed down, where whatever's coming through is sliding a little bit. See, that's a worn trail right here. Yeah, that goes up right out to that little road. You can see it really good right now. Let's walk down here just a little bit. I bet this is a deer trail, and there is going to be scrapes and rubs that goes right there too. And there's one right there. See if there's any rubs or any scrapes over here. Yeah, this is the trail for sure. Oh yeah, lots of deer tracks. This may be a good area to hunt. I don't know how many people are. I see a shadow. Oh, buzzard. Oh, that scared me. I just seen something black, real black, just dart over here beside me. It was a shadow. So this, I guess this hill is like this all the way around this pond. This trail just continues. I don't want to follow it too far. I want to go uphill so then I can turn and I'll be somewhat on level ground up there, and the walk back could be either level ground or slightly downhill if the four-wheeler is where I'm thinking it's at. I messed myself up when I first started the recording. That's a pretty piece of driftwood right there. What a beautiful area. Our creator is such an artist. This would be a jam of area to hunt. I don't know if anybody's hunting here. It'd be kind of hard to hunt right here because the canopy is so low. So you wouldn't be able to necessarily get up in a tree. And you're not allowed, you can't come out here with chainsaws and open an area up. This is state land and they do not allow you to do that. Let's go right past this tree and then we'll turn. I have not seen one snake yet. Thank God. Hallelujah. That's an old rub from last year, and that is too right there. And right there. All of this is. So there have been deer coming through right here. Look at the little clearing up under the tree right there. We're going to turn right here. I just want to walk right here for a second. Motion is lotion. The more I move, the better I'm feeling. Well, there's a big old pile of limbs and stuff. Look at that. Looks like an igloo. Can you guys see it? It's right there. That is massive. Let's scoot over so we can see it a little better. Wow, look at that. Hope you guys can make that out. I'll stay real still. Maybe you guys can screenshot it and zoom in. I'm not going to go over there because that just doesn't look like anything of an animal that I'm familiar with would build. There's an opening right there, like right there, where you got this tree bent over to the right and you got this big one leaning toward the left. Look straight between them on the ground. There's a big opening right there, like a cave, and it turns. That structure goes back over here. All right, that's enough. Let's go up this way. I'm gonna get up away from this spot. I don't know, that was a little creepy. Whatever it is, it ain't scaring the deer off. That's a nice rub right there. It's not a real big deer doing it, but it's a nice rub. It's fresh. Trying to find spot where I can turn. You gotta go to the left. Oh, you could sit up in this probably and shoot downhill. You guys, I'm not familiar with hunting on hills like this. We don't have many hills like this in Florida. So for our hunters, if you guys are hunting hilly areas like this with vegetation and growth like what you're seeing here, how would you set up, just as an example, that rub that we just passed is probably 40 yards right there, right through there. How would you set up right here to hunt the deer that's working that rub? Would you try to stay on the same elevation where he's at? The trail is coming from over there and it goes right past that rub, and I don't know where it goes that way. But would you set uphill of that rub, or would you sit downhill of it? Just curious. I don't know. I doubt it's the same as what it is on flatland. Flatland hunting, there's a lot involved, and I'm sure it is with hill hunting too. As far as, where the trails are coming and going, where the water source is, and we know the water source is right down at the bottom of this hill. According to the map, there is not another pond on this property. I thought there was when I first found this property. Wow, you can see the lake from here. Ooh, I'm thinking that may be a hornet's nest. I don't need to get into the yellow jackets. Right, this was the trail, another trail right here. Looks like it turns right here. And it's a beautiful area out here. There's another hole in the ground. I'm just trying to be careful not to walk up on a yellow jacket nest. The ground hornets, they're all over out in these woods. And you can't see them, you can't hear them. Every now and then you may smell them. It's not often. The top of the hill is up there further. I'm going to find me a log. I'm going to sit down for just a moment, take a break, get some water. And while I'm doing that, I'm going to go ahead and change the battery in the camera. I'm on the same battery. There's a log right here. I wonder if it's strong enough to hold me. Let's go up and check. Looks rotted. Oh no, that's stout. Alright, give me just a moment.